at Saratoga.
You're watching Saratoga Saturday. Exclusive coverage every Saturday of the meet. Only on Past the Wire TV. Tracking trips from Past the Wire and the Pick Six King, John Stetton. As your handicapping partner, John is your second set of eyes on the past performances, replays, numbers, trips, and more, helping you find the angles and plays others miss. Each week you get expert analysis, smarter ways to press your opinions, and the keys to cashing bigger tickets. Tracking trips from Past the Wire. Give yourself an edge and partner with a pro. Get a second set of trained, experienced eyes. Join today. Membership has its benefits. You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Jackie's Warrior quickly in front here by 2 lengths. Here comes Jackie's Warrior up the inside to take over the lead from Life is Good. And Jackie's Warrior remains undefeated here at Saratoga, and he wins an unprecedented Grade 1 stakes at the Spa for the 3rd straight season.
Saratoga Saturday on Past the Wire TV. Presented by Amwager. Nobody does it better. You're watching Saratoga Saturday. Exclusive coverage every Saturday of the meet. Only on Past the Wire TV.
Well, hello, everybody. Here we go. We're going to get another Saturday there. I'm going to do Saratoga again because it's the Jim Dandy. Great race. Small field, but great race. So before we get into it, we did pretty good last week. We didn't quite hit that pick 5. We just came up shy there, but that's okay. We're going to hit that pick 5 this week. So I'm going to do the Jim Dandy, and I'm also going to do another race because Jim Dandy is such a small field. I'm going to do another race that we're going to go over some horses with race lens. But another thing before we get started, if you like this show or any other shows that Past the Wire puts out, like John and Gio and all them that put out their thing, hit that subscribe button down there at the bottom and click on that little bell, and you'll get all the alerts, and you'll get everything that we put out, from interviews with trainers. We had a great interview just a day or two ago with Kenny McPeak, giving a little bit of an insight with Torpedo Anna, which she dominated her last race. She broke a little bad, but you know what? She ended up doing very well. So let's get into this. What we're going to do is I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to do we're going to skip around on the races. I'm going to do the 11th race, which is not a stakes race, but what we're going to do there is so we could get some horses in with using Race Lens and using some of these tools that Race Lens has, and hopefully get some winners out of it. So here's the 11th race. Now, the Jim Dandy is the 10th race, so we'll get to that right away after this. We're going to start with the number 1 horse here. With that being said, this horse, they're going a mile and 16th on the turf. This is for 3-year-olds and up. The 1 horse is a pressure type of horse. Look at this horse. Sits right there, 2nd and 3rd most of the time. Gives a little kick at the end. let's see what the Raceland's angles are here. Third race after a layoff, looking for improvement. So far, the success score is a 3.2. This horse last 3 times has had blinkers. Looks like it's a little bit more focused the last 3 times. So is this horse in the competition for first, second? Definitely, I believe so. I think this horse has that kind of talent. Last time out, finished very well under Castellon. On Javier is back aboard, so why not, right? Let's look at the projected ratings that this horse does. Does give up a little bit down the lane, goes from a 94, 96 to 77. But this horse will be close enough to do some damage as long as this horse sits second or third within maybe a length and a half to 2 lengths off. I think this horse could be pretty dangerous. Well, let's go to this, the number 2 horse, Rabaja. This horse last time out went wire to wire, just broke its maiden last time out. Does have some speed. Kendrick's aboard. Who else would you want on a speed horse is Kendrick. He's excellent. And the trainer, James Bond, not the agent, but the trainer. Him and Kendrick here, when they team up, we got 14% win. But, look at the in the money, 71%. And look at the ROI, return on your investment, a plus 141%. That is very, very good. Does this horse have a shot at the top 2 spots? Let's just go with that. For me, I think so. I think this horse could probably even steal this race. You look at the speed, look what this horse could do. I have even a feeling that this horse could probably rate a little bit. I mean, yeah, it broke its maiden, but, it's supposed to break its maiden, and I think it's the Now horse. Summer Front is the sire. Definitely gets turf runners there. So a player, in my book, yes. So probably keep an eye out on that horse. And, the morning line's 3-1. You're probably going to get about that, I think. The 3 horse, Tita's Trotter. And last time out, threw a clunker in there. Broke its maiden pretty good, closing a little bit. Is this a horse as a closer or is it a pace horse? I don't know, because if you look at the projected ratings here, the early pace went 90, then 80, and then 59. Kind of really slowed down that last time or two. For me, I'd rather take a seat back in the back seat there and watch this horse a little bit in this race. David Dunk, in my opinion, is an excellent trainer. But if you go to the stats, the last 30 times out, look at this, 20 starters, 0% wins. A little on the ice cold time. He needs to get his barn warmed up, but he's got Johnny V aboard, so he might get a little hot there because Johnny V is always a very good rider. In the last 10 days, he's winning at 13%, 38% in the money. So this horse, for me, I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to watch this race. I'm not going to be playing this horse at all. But everybody really take a deep look at this because, you're going to have some speed and other horses that could do very well in this race. The 4, Jim Mint 10. Last time out, kind of gave away a little bit in the lane. Finished 7th, but, it's one of those things maybe sometimes. I just said weaken in the lane there. So it was a favorite 2-1. And 2-1 is not a big favorite. So that means that race was pretty wide open overall. The time before that, the horse lost by a nose. So this horse does have some talent for this level. Let's see what Raceland says here, the angles. We have the early speed, then tired. Well, that was that last time. A beaten favorite, jockey switch too. I did not notice that until right now. You have Pratt, and then you're going to Luis Saez. In my opinion, it's fine. They're both in my opinion, equal type of riders. They're both excellent in their own way. I don't think you're losing anything with the rider change. The trainer in the last 30 days has ROI is a plus 32%. Very good. So, this horse, does it have a shot at first or second? Well, maybe. Because, you look at all the speed down here and the way this horse ran before, this horse is always right there, gives a good effort all the time, especially when he had Davis aboard him. But Davis is not aboard him today. But I think this horse has a little bit of a shot. For me, a little bit more of the exotics, the underneaths. But check out the odds. It's going to be 6-1. If it climbs up a little higher, it might be one of those horses you want to put, a couple of dollars across the board and cash in maybe a little something there. The 5, American Grant. Last couple of times, actually last 3 times, really not much from this horse. The angle here is a -1. Running style is not up to par for this. That means this horse has come from behind. Santana's aboard. He has not, rode in. He has not rode a horse for Brown, especially of late. But I mean, Santana could handle him. I think this horse needs to wake up a lot, in my opinion, to do some damage in this race. So for me, it's a no-go. I'm not going to be playing this horse at all in anything. The 6, Starquest. All right. This horse, last time out, really got destroyed. Lost by 22 lengths. I can't really super endorse this horse. This horse really hasn't shown much at all. Even if you go way back, it was after its maiden. It did a couple of races pretty decent, and then I don't know. It just can't find its way. And I think maybe this horse likes sprinting a little bit better than it does the routes. So sad enough to say, I think this horse just needs to go shorter. So for me, no, I'm not going to be playing this horse at all. 7, Topic Changer. All right, we got last time out, ran pretty even, not bad. Pretty nice little race there. Ran really good, actually. That last race. This horse was run like 2.5 miles, 2 miles before that. They're shortening this horse up. Maker is the trainer. Tyler Gaffleone, always a dangerous jockey. So you got to watch out for that. My Maker is a little hot right now. He's at 17% in the last 30 days, plus 9% ROI. Does this horse have a shot? Well, I don't know. I mean, this horse is going to be a closer. And now is the question, is it too short for him, this horse, It might be. But I think this horse is definitely in shape. Here's the angles. The angles they're going to say negative. The second one especially is because it's running style. The first one is second start after a layoff. Out of the money, but really, if you look at that, the horse finished 4th, only lost by 1.5 lengths. Did pretty good. That was at 1.16 miles. So maybe the distance isn't quite too short for him. But do I think this horse could win? I don't know about that, but I think this horse could definitely pick up some piece of the pie there. So for me, lower end of the exotics, definitely a nice little play. Look at this morning line is 10-1. You're going to get Tyler Gaffleone at 10-1 or better, probably. Maybe you want to put a couple dollars on it, or definitely put it in some exotics. So definitely a play somewhere. The 8, Whistler Honor. Okay, the horse finished second last time out. off the turf, of course. This horse is a come from behind her. We got IRAD aboard plus there last 30 days, 18% in the win column. The horse runs pretty even if you look at these projected ratings over here. Early pace, 81, then 80, then 82. So that's pretty even overall. Another horse, can this horse win? I don't think so. Can this horse come in some exotics or get a piece of the pie? Definitely, I think so, especially with IRAD aboard. Definitely would have a shot here. There's no race angle here for this horse, but I definitely would play it in some exotics. The 9, easy roll, excuse me. Let's look at this horse. Pretty decent last couple of times out. Broke its maiden, won by 6, and the last 2 times out finished 3rd both times with McCarthy. Does this horse have a shot? Yeah, definitely. I think this horse could be a little dangerous. Last time out, though, was 20-1, finished 3rd, only beaten by a length. So definitely outran his odds. And you get Tori aboard, which probably is a plus there on this horse. Horse looks like it can handle it. For me, I'm putting this horse on the bottom of my exotics. Not for the win column or place, but I think, 3rd and 4th definitely will be right there. So if you're playing supers or tries, definitely I think you should play this horse a little bit. Morning line 6-1 looks pretty good to me. So definitely a player somehow. The 10, Willentor Risk It All. Will in to risk it all. There it is. They put it all together, and I'm trying to read it in one word. Pratt's aboard this horse. Last time out, the horse didn't do much. Let's look at the angles here. Got a negative angle. 3rd race off a layoff, looking for improvement. Yeah, the last time out just didn't show much to me. It didn't show that this horse is ready to rock and roll. But here's a key right over here. Blinkers are coming off of this horse. And if you look at this horse, when it had no blinkers, finished 4th in a stakes, broke its maiden. So they put the blinkers on and they finished 3rd in a stakes, and then it's like on and off with this horse after that. Does this horse have a shot to win? I don't think so, but I think this horse definitely is a player for some exotics. Get your trifecta supers. Might even pop up in there for the place, especially with Pratt aboard. You have to definitely look at that. And then the 11. Also eligible. Manny Penny hasn't done much. If you look at the last 3 races, that horse has been beat by what, 50, 70, about 8, almost 80 some lengths in the last 3 races. Been beaten. So for me, automatically, this horse hasn't shown anything. There's not much here to see. 80 lengths in the last 3 times out. It's been beaten total. Definitely got to improve. I think this horse is over its head, and it's on the also eligible, so most likely will not get in. The 12, Sonic Speed. Yeah, this horse has got some talent. Ran even. This horse always runs even, it seems like. Not much to super complain about. The horse got some talent. Ran 6 last time, but he only got beaten by 4.5. He got bumped, but there was just no kick at the end. Time before that, he loses by a nose. This horse could sit pretty close to the pace, which would make him pretty dangerous in this race. because I think, was it the two that had the most speed? I think that one's going to be hard to catch. But if you can sit pretty close and that one gives away a little bit, you might be a little dangerous. If this horse makes it in, maybe you should look at some exotics for this horse. Always watch, see if he makes it in or not. You got a morning line of 8-1. I would, definitely don't take under 8-1, but 8-1 or higher. Yeah, why not? This horse on the summit, especially on the exotics. The 13, Laurel Valley. This horse has some speed. So remember, if this horse gets in, now the 2's endangered. A little speed battle there. Or if the 2's out of the race, then this one might be the horse to catch. So you got to really pay attention to the scratches and everything. See if this horse makes it in. Joe Rosario's aboard. Makers, the trainer. Great combination. Last time out, this horse just barely lost last 2 times out. I mean, if that horse just had a little extra oomph on both times, he would have just be going for his hat trick. So there you have it. Definitely a speed horse if he makes in, so will be dangerous. If he makes it in, I would definitely look at the win column and the place column. But right now, let's see if he makes it in. The 14, Dolly's Bank. No angle there, but last time out, just pretty much ran even, like 4th, 5th, 6th, 5th. It's just set right there. Didn't do much there. Time before that showed a little speed, but I think this is more of a pace horse, if anything. If he gets in, I still think he would have a hard time keeping up with these horses. It took him a very long time to break his maiden. So for me, makes it in, it's still not, I'm not going to be playing this horse at all. Number 15, Slap in the Face. All right. Trainer's Dutro. Huge plus, even though he's ice cold with 5 starters, but that's okay. Excellent trainer. Last couple times out, this horse, actually every time out, this horse is giving it. He's trying every time. Frankel stays aboard. That's a huge plus. If this horse gets in, this horse could be very dangerous. So especially if you have 2 speed horses, right? So I think this horse could sit very close to the pace. This horse, if he gets in, look at this horse. If this horse gets in, definitely a play in my win and place, possibly show for my trifectas and stuff. Give this horse a big look if he makes it in. That's what I'm going to say on that. There's no race lens angle there. And then yes, we have 16 that's in this race. Another also, but this is a main track only. Higrid's Flame. Okay, last time out, 1. Pretty much came from behind. Time before that, did okay, ran pretty even. It's a closer, overall closer. Probably going to need some speed. 6-1 morning line. Let's look at that. Yeah, because it's come from behind her. They're saying in this race it's not that good. For come from behinders, your trainer's hot. 29% in the win column. ROI is a plus 101 for your return on investment. For me, if this horse makes it in this race, be more on the exotics, on the bottom side. So that's if it goes to the main track. If it doesn't go to the main track, this horse isn't getting in no matter what. So that's how I see that race. Let's go to another tool that Race Lens has. They have their own projection of how the race will go. Some people like this tool, some don't. It's up to you, how you like it or not. So here's that race. early go, they're saying the 1, 10, 14, 3, it looks very, very tight right here. So remember, you got the 14 that's also eligible. So it's very, very tight here. Is Laurel Valley is and also eligible too. So no, the 11, excuse me, is that the 11? Oh, the 13 is Laurel Valley. So they're all, very tight. The 13 and 14, let's just assume that the also eligibles do not make it in. So you do not have the 11, 12, 13, 14. So these three will be out. So I see the two up there pretty close, though. I do. The 1, 10, 3, I can see that. I honestly can. They have some talent to go up there. Remember, those were our pressure horses. They were horses that were going to sit very close. They just find themselves on the lead. Midway, they see the 10 taking over. Midway. And the 1 still right there. We're going to leave out the 13 and 12, but 13 and the 14. You got the 5, 2 still there. The 3's right there. Then at the end, they're saying the 13. Well, that one's on the also eligible. So I'm going to just say, throw that one out. Throw out the 12. So that leaves us with the 1, 4, 8. The 1 at 14%. The 4 at 8%. 4 at 8% and the 8 at 8%. Of course, those percentages will change on the day of the race because you're going to have some scratches. If you're going to go out and get the race lens, when you're using this tool, you're going to see everything change the day of the race because you're not going to have some of the also eligibles and maybe another horse or two that, might scratch out of the race. You never know. And it's the same thing showing the true odds. We're going to just highlight the one right now. American Grant, the true odds they're saying is 18 to 1. The morning line's 20 to 1. I think you're definitely going to see 20 to 1, maybe even higher on that horse. And right now, there's no one else in here that is true odds that you could look at it. But I'm telling you one more time, day of the race, that changes big time. All right? So now we're going to get into the Jim Dandy. It's a small field. Remember, I'm going to try to hit a pick 5 on Saturday. And like I said, we just missed last weekend, but that's the way it is. You guys, you got to go for it. Torpedo Anna did not disappoint. I just singled her out. So in the Jim Dandy, we are going to start with who? All right, let me get to the right screen. Okay, we're in the 10th race now. The number 1 horse. I've been high on this horse for a while now too. A lot of people have, so I'm not alone. I'm not saying nothing that a lot of people have not been saying. But this horse is a monster. This horse is phenomenal. Has he had some hiccups? Yeah. But you know what? It happens. He bumps a lot. He lugs out a lot here and there. They changed a bit last time. Dornock ran a heck of a race, but guess what? Dornock came back and ran another heck of a race. So that was probably, Dornock is right now on an upswing, doing great. This horse finished 3rd, only a length and a half behind him. Last time out, Dornock won. Mindframe came in 2nd. Mindframe didn't do as well against Dornock this past weekend. But Sierra Leone, come from behind, 100%. You will not see this horse on the front end until at best, coming around the turn for home. That would be the earliest you would ever see him take the lead. But I'm not going to see that until probably halfway down the stretch. you will not see him flying. A lot of great things about this horse. Like I said, Chad Brown, you got here on a great streak right now. He's at a plus 17% ROI, 24% in the win column. With this jockey, he's got a 24% win column again. Pratt's back aboard on this horse. I'm not going to speak too much more about this horse because you guys all know that I love this horse. I think this is definitely just a monster. But I'm going to say a couple of things at the end after we go through this thing, and we'll see how I really am going to choose this race. The 2 here, Seize the Great. Interesting horse, right? That horse took it to them, right, in the Preakness. Wire to wire. Had an excellent race. That was 2 races in a row. This horse won. Faces Stornock, mine frame, and Sierra Leone. Okay, finished 7th. You know what? He might be tired. Might have been tired. Lucas, look. Lucas is the coach. He's a great trainer. He knows what he's doing. He's on a cold streak. I mean, 0% wins. That's pretty cold out of 21 tries. But you know what? Good trainers will just do the very next day. They don't stop. They don't change their plans. They really try to focus on keeping every horse in tip-top shape. Torres, your rider, last 30 days, a plus 30% ROI. But look at the last 10 days. He's been on fire, plus 69% ROI. So got a hot jockey aboard. Torres knows this horse. Is this horse dangerous? Is probably the first question. Could be pretty dangerous if this horse gets out on an easy lead by himself. But I think we're going to have to dig into this. This horse is either a speed horse out in front or a very close pressure type of horse. This horse runs much better right there. So with that being said, we're going to go on and look at some other horses, but I see this horse up front. For me, personally, this horse could have a shot at some of the exotics, the bottom side of it, but I don't want to talk anybody off this horse because this horse definitely has talent, but there's plenty other speed in here for him to match up with. The 3, the other speed horse, Batten Down. This horse won a grade 3 last time out. Did it pretty easy, if you ask me. Dug in at the end. He was really digging in, and he was giving it. So Mod is the trainer. You got Junior as the rider. They know they are 2 peas in a pod. I mean, they look how many times Junior's rode for Mod. 249 times. I mean, I think that's his go-to guy, right? Does this horse have a chance? Well, I guess you could say a 6-horse field, they all have a chance, right? But for me, I'm going to leave this horse out of anything. I think he's up against it this time, but definitely has talent. I'm not going to say this horse is no good. And probably in some grade 3s and small stakes, I think this horse could do a lot of damage. Pony Express. Look at this one. Another one that has speed. So that's 3 speed horses in this race out of 4 horses so far. Lasix come off. So that's sometimes a little scary sometimes. But here's the biggest positive out of the whole thing on this horse. John Sadler. 21%. Look at his ROI. Plus 213%. Unbelievable. And he ships this horse in from Santa Anita. So this trainer's shipping him. He's hot as a trainer. This horse won last time. Yes, they're switching riders, but you're getting a Rosario. You're getting a big price if you're going to play a long shot, which this is probably the longest shot on the board. Yeah, he might steal it. But remember, there's 3 speed horses. I don't know if they're going to let him get away with an easy lead. Got great works and everything. For me, I'm going to pass on this horse. I think there's a plenty of speed for this horse to get hooked up with. The 5. Ghoul's Gold ran a couple of nice seconds. Just finished second behind Batten Down. This horse is a little bit of a pace horse. Could be there pressuring those other 3 horses. So now you have 4 horses pretty much right up there. But this one will be sitting back behind 3 of them or close to 3 of them. McPeak is your trainer. Can't say much more about him. He's been on a hot streak, plus 57% ROI. Hernandez, another one, hot jock, doing everything right. Can this horse win? Yeah, probably can. Definitely can, because this horse could sit right real close. And if he gets the jump on them, especially going around that final turn and gets a good jump, he could probably hold off your main closer and probably fight off some of your leaders. Player, definitely. Big time player. The 6. Well, let's first go to the race-ins angle here. Todd Pletcher, last race beaten as a favorite. He is a 6.2 success. That's a huge thing. This horse shipping into a track. Multiple wins in the circuits. Yeah, saying he's shipped in, but he's been at Saratoga for a while, okay? So I'm not going to consider that as a ship, and he's been there for a little bit. Last time out, it was terrible, which was the Kentucky Derby. But I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Any horse, if you finish first to dead last, toss that Kentucky Derby out. Yeah, it's nice to have first, second, or third with a nice closing thing. Yes, I'll give you maybe a little bit more kudos. But other than that, it's one of those races. There's so many bumping and hitting and checking. And, I mean, the list will go on. They all have terrible trips. Okay? He did not run his race. He likes to go up on the front end. Every other time he runs, he wins. Every other time. So will this be the every other time? If you go by that pattern, he should win this race, right? But he likes the front end. That makes 4 speed horses in this race. If this horse hooks up with anybody else, they're going to kill each other off. If they let Fierceness go by himself, he could do that pattern again, go every other time and have a win. Is this horse a factor in this race? 100% a factor here. Todd Pletcher, Johnny V. I can't say nothing negative about them. So for me, I think this horse has definitely got a shot. But I personally think more on the exotic side. I think there's too much speed in here. 4 speed horses. 1 pace horse. 1 come from behind. So for me, I'm going with the 1s. I'm going with the come from behind and the pace horse. In that order, with that exacta, I'm saying Sierra Leone on top. Ghoul's Gold second. That's my exacta, because I think all the speed horses are just going to do some damage to each other. They're going to set it up for these other 2 horses. And honestly, on paper, Sierra Leone should not lose this race on paper, because everything says it's setting this race up for Sierra Leone. Everything on paper. So that's my take on it. I don't want to talk you out of any of those horses. Remember, there's 6 horses in there. They're all nice horses. And you know what? Go get them, you know. Let's look at the race lens, how they think this race is going to go on their chart, their speed chart. let's go there. Let's go to the 10th race. Well, to the front, they're saying, wow, look at that. 4, 1, 2, 6, 4 speed horses. I don't know if my 1 is going to, no, 3 speed horses, and they're saying the 1 right there. Man, if that 1 is that close early, he might be in trouble, maybe. But if he's that close midway, then I think he's got a hell of a shot just to destroy them. Now they're predicting here the 1 is just going to take the lead at the halfway point. I personally do not see that. And it's all about how I have the display settings here on this race. Oops, I don't have it on that one. I'm sorry. Just my percentage. There's another. Oh, here it is. See, if you change all this stuff, and I always put class as the highest number, form pretty high up there, and then distance is pretty good. You got to have good distance. Jockeys, I mean, to me, good jockey is a good jockey. Jockey trainer combo. The pace is a big difference on this race. Trainer, I think personally, is more important than a jockey because how the trainers condition the horse. Everything else is fine. And they still come up with the 1 destroying them. Here's your true odds. Sierra Leone, 2 to 5. Morning line, even money. I hate to tell you, but it's going to be 2 to 5 or less, definitely. Pony Express, 9 to 1. You got 20 to 1. Morning line. There's your little bit of an overlay there. So let's see what we got here. All right. So once again, everybody, if you like this show, please subscribe. And hang on one second here. I'm going to pull up another screen here. And I'm going to show what I'm going to play here on my ticket. And here it is. Here we go. Jim Dandy Day. Okay. It starts in the 8th race, the pick 5. In the 8th race, I kept on, I like that horse. This horse has talent. This horse has talent. This horse has talent. And it's a maiden race. And I kept on going through it. And I had 7 of the 10 that I thought had a heck of a shot. So I'm just going to hit the all button there. Let's hope for a nice price horse to start off our pick 5. Because if you look, I singled out Sierra Leone. I'm going for it. And, he's going to be super short odds. It's either you play him or you toss him. It's one of those when you play pick 5, pick 4, pick 6s. You got to do that. So second and the 9th race, my horses are 8, 12, 2, 5. I'm putting all 4 of those horses in my pick 5. There's my exacta 8 over the 12, $20 daily double 8 over the 8, 12 over the 1, which is the 1 of Sierra Leone in the 10th. In the 10th, I like 1, 5, 6, 2, $50 exacta, 1 on top of the 5. Just go with that. The 11th race, we covered that also. I like the 2, 1, 4, 7. And that's what we're going to put in our pick 5, 2, 1, 4, 7, 3 horses. And I like the exacta, the 2 over the 1. The 12th race is a little bit more wide open, personally, I think, but I did have to keep it down, the ticket under $200 on that pick 5. So I have the 4, 1, 5, 12 is my picks. I have the 4, 1, 5 in my pick 5. And then I'm going to do a try. Excuse me. The 4, 1 on top of of course, 4, 1 goes in the the 2nd and 3rd spot. I'm going to put the 5 in the 12. And then the 5 and the 12, 4, 1, 5, 12. And then I'm adding the 10 on that 3rd spot for the trifecta. So there you have it. Excuse me one second. there you have it. Once again, if you like what you see, please subscribe. Hit that little bell down above this. I think it's above the subscribe button, so you get all the alerts, get our shows, all of our shows, and if you need anything or have any questions for me, please shoot me an email at charles@passthewire.com. It could be about anything. Why do trainers do everything? Remember, I trained for 10 years. I've been around the horses for 38 years. So if you want to go to the sales, need help looking at them, want to understand the sales, help to buy, anything by handicapping, you name it, shoot me that email. So until then, I'll see you next week, and let's all go out there and get a pick 5 and some many more winners. How about that? Thanks a lot, and I'll see you then.
Nobody does it better.
You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Nobody does it better.